Let's see if your luck improves, Mike. Random planes, a nearing rustle. A rabbit jumping from the grass is a bandit gang. Only an 8 or greater can defeat it. You attack with advantage, adding a +2. 18 plus 2 is 20. Mike the Canadian single-handedly takes down a bandit gang and earns 100 EXP. Congratulations, Mike. Cheers to you. All right, let's find out. Do we have a male, female, or a multi-class character? A percentile roll? We'll figure that out. 13 is a female. A female what? Let's roll a d10 and find out. 2, an elf. Now we're going to roll this again and find out high elf or wood elf. 10 is evens. We have another high elf. Okay. Now, what alignment is she? We're going to roll 2D percentiles and find out. And as you may recall, Mike, if you have any questions or comments along the way, and not just for you, Mike, but anyone else out there, hey, feel free to ask. Go on adventures over here in the chat. Have fun. There's a lot of roleplay prompts and other things that you can do. 35-27, so that is going to be good, and we have a lawful good character. There we go. Now we are going to determine with 1 percentile set what level we're going to generate her at. 96. Ooh, I believe that's a level 20 character. Yes, it is. We are making a maximum level character tonight. Nice. Thanks for the XP. Just looking over the one-word adventures on the Discord. Yeah, enjoy it. And Mike, we did one last week. We compiled it, like Ivalon put it together and posted it in Tales from the Tabletop. So if you want to see what we did last week, you can go to the Tales from the Tabletop channel. And if you want to see what we're doing this week, well, it has its own channel. And every week it'll get compiled, and then the channel will... Ooh, I almost dropped my pitcher of water. That would have been very cold and very bad. And so on Tuesday, everything will get compiled, put in Tales from the Tabletop, and I will reset the channel again with a new prompt. So it's a nice continuing story. And really the only rule is, you know, if it's active, keep 2 people in between your responses. And I mean, obviously keep it PG-13, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. Level 20 character, nice. That means we're going to get 5 ASIs, or ability score improvements. Of those, let's see if we're going to get any feats. We're going to roll a percentile dice for that. 18, nope. Whoa, pure stats all the way. Yeah, muscles and brains and everything, the whole lot. Death count, not a bard, not a bard. We're getting down there, right? We're gonna give her background first. 13-sided die and hit roll. 12. She was a soldier, or still is. And soldiers have 8 different origins. So I'm gonna roll an 8-sided die. Got 8. And she is soldier number 8. What does that mean? Don't know. It's just a placeholder, and we'll come back to it. By the way, while we're on the topic of personality, 2d8 for personality traits, 5 and 8, and then 3d6 for her ideals, bonds, and flaws. 4, 3, and 1. Excellent. Now, here we come down, death count. Let's find out. Death count does not want a 2 on a 12-sided die. Mike goes on a... Oh, no, you already did that. Thanks for the XP. Then, yeah, Crossfinger's not a bard. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Dark Wolf with the new message. Dark Wolf is now a road awoo. She is on her way back to Home Den. Homden kind of sounds like a Norse, like some sort of great Norse area, doesn't it? Here we go. Well, let's find out, Death Count. What's it going to be? Hitting the big golden button, and 11. Ooh, we have a Warlock. Is this our second Warlock? Cleric Knowledge. Yeah, Warlock Fey Tome. Also a female High Elf. Very interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so as we come down here to Warlock, there are 3 patrons and 3 pacts. We're going to roll a d3 twice. So change this 13 to a 3, change that number to a 2, and roll it. 1 and 1. So we have a Archfey Pact of the Blade. Warlock. A Fey Blade. I wonder if they're sort of in the same, for lack of a better term, like the same class. Maybe they're related, or maybe they're friends, or, you know, something happened here. Mark, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard, and if you have any questions or comments along the way, you know, if you're brand new to D&D, you can ask questions at any point in time while we're making the character. Mr. Plunderloot, hello. Mike goes into the forest. A twig snaps. It's just a deer, you hope, but then pounces a wolf pack. Only 11 or greater can defeat it. You attack with disadvantage. Uh-oh. Oh, 14 and 14. Here we go. So not only then, Mike the Canadian, do you get 100 EXP, but you also get a fun little wild magic effect. That happens if you roll the same number twice, and we'll find out which one you got. Mark, hey Maddie, just stopping. Oh, memory lapse, cool. Memory lapse 51. Told me to check it out. He helped a lot with today's session. Well, thank you for taking the time to come by and give us a look and a follow. And if we can help you out any as well, let us know. Because this isn't just me talking. You have years of experience. You see right over here, so many people who have played different RPGs for, you know, years and years of D&D, of sci-fi stuff and whatnot. We're happy to help you if you need any advice. And if you have any advice to share with other people, even as a long-time gamer, a new-time gamer, whatever, you're welcome to do so too. So thank you, Mark. Cheers to you. Oh, is that what the... Oh yeah, the rainbow butterflies eat the... So yeah, the dwarves are on an interesting adventure in our one-word adventure there, Plunderloot. By the way, Mark, if you do want to be a part of our community offline as well, well, not offline, but when I'm not broadcasting, you are welcome to join our Discord. And just make sure your name on Discord matches the one on Twitch so we can better communicate. You're going to go idle? No problem, man. And while you're out at Taco Bell, can you grab me... what is it? The number 7 is the quesadilla with the soft taco, please, and a diet. And I'll pay you back when you come back, man. Okay, so what happens, Mike? It's a fun little roleplay thing that we do here. If you roll doubles, then we consult the wild magic chart, and you get a fun little effect along with your fight. And this is what happens. We go down here to Sorcerer. You rolled a 7. Alright, so Mike the Canadian. You cast Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered on yourself. Oh no, Mike, what did you do? Well, you certainly took down your enemy, but you were kind of self-destructive. Memory lapse, hey! By the way, Memory, Mark said that you had sent him over. Thank you so much. Look, As much as things like subscriptions and bits, those are always welcome. Follows are amazing as well. But especially, look, memory lapse, a recommendation to a friend, that is also a high compliment. If you believe enough in who we are and what we do here to tell friends to come by, look, that means a lot to me. You know, referrals are big, especially when, you know, we're building a community. I'd say trying, but I think we've built an amazing community and we're adding more people all the time. And it's all, you know, wonderful, natural, organic growth. It's not a, you know, toxic whatever. Dorgrim wanders to lurk for a while. Well, hello again, Dorgrim. And when Plunderlet says Taco Cabana in Texas is better, they make fresh salsa every day. Yep, follows are great, Plunder. Referrals. And look, you know, Mr. Plunderloot, I appreciate your subscription. Subscriptions are wonderful shows of support as well for the stream. Yep, thank you, Memory Man. You know, here's, well, it's covered up by the picture. I swear I'm making a vaguely heart-shaped thing on my chest. Mike raises his crystal focus in order to drive back the wolves with a few well-placed blasts of Eldritch energy. But as he channels his power into the focus, his vision explodes into a white screen. Oh, no. Well, it happens, right? Oh, and by the way, to answer your question, Dark Wolf, it says Feyblade up here because our Warlock's patron is an Archfey, and the specific Pact is the Blade Pact Warlock. Real question is, how do my death saves go? Well, that's kind of up to you, Mike. We don't really have any hard and fast rules for that kind of a thing. If you want to roll 1d20 and see could you possibly have escaped the blast or a portion of it, you can do that yourself and continue to roleplay through it. If you feel that yes, you won, and then you want to roleplay, you know, your toasty demise, and possibly go into a res please to get a roleplay prompt for a new race, class, and gender, you can do that as well. The point is, look, you're here, you're creative, have fun with it, and, you know, get other people on board with the roleplay situation too. Just help Mark build an encounter with the classic goblin on wargs. Oh, nice. And you got to watch it all. Was that something that you broadcast, or were you playing at a tabletop, like a heads-up session, Memory Lapse? That could be, Mike. Unfortunately, like, I would like to get a bot system in place where you get kind of a character sheet with items that you can generate from, you know, your deck of many thing pulls or things like that. I just got to work with someone who's proficient with that and get that going. So for right now, you keep it in your own noggin. It's not impossible to do, Mike. There are systems that can do something like that, but it's finding the platform and then fine-tuning it and getting it involved. Mark was DMing for 3 new players on Roll20. Oh, gotcha. Were you oh, you know what? He went to Taco Bell, didn't he? I'm glad he liked my taste in a quesadilla. Oh, I forgot to tell him I wanted a chicken quesadilla. Mark, if you can hear me, please. Chicken quesadilla, soft taco, and an unsweetened tea light ice. Otherwise, I'll take a Diet Pepsi light ice, please. Oh, your notes on Windows sticky notes? That works too. And thank you for participating in this kind of like fun role play we have going on the side, Mike. Oh, where am I sending it? Send it to Sandusky, Ohio, please, Mark. All right, so as we are making our character, I enjoy making the background first. It's going to give you some skills and some equipment, some other things. And it's a good way to help prime you to consider who she is as a character before what she is and what she does. You know, we're getting to the core of her. So she is a soldier. These are all alphabetical. There's a sailor. There's our soldier. Oh, yeah, you're in Chicago? Yeah, I'll see you in 6 hours, and that's like $20 in fees. But you can just take the turnpike. Look, just get on 90, and the turnpike will just bring you actually past Sandusky, and there's an exit to Sandusky off the turnpike, Mike. All right, so she was soldier number 8. That is a support staff of some kind. Cook, blacksmith, or the like. Okay. Support staff. Feature military rank. You have military rank from your career as a soldier. Soldiers loyal to your former military organization still recognize your authority and influence. It allows you to requisition transportation, maybe some supplies, information, that kind of a thing. If you're traveling through lands, that will follow your insignia, you know, and recognize you as an authority. Now, her suggested characteristics here, her personality trait. Gerald Berkwin, human soldier, warlock, hexblade. Oh, you're going for even splat material. I mean, I say splat, that almost has a derogatory term. I think 5th edition has been very good with their quote-unquote splat books. They're just not, you know, cheap splat that's spammed out there. Okay, number 5. She says, I can stare down a hellhound without flinching. She's got some ears on her. And number 8, I face problems head on. A simple, direct solution is the best path to success. Owu is home. She is in home den. Ideals. Number 4, might. In life, as in war, the stronger force wins. Now you may say, look, we rolled a lawful good character, and this says that this is an evil ideal. It doesn't have to just be evil. An ideal is, number one aspect of her personality, but this can still be conceptualized through the lens of lawful good. Her bond is number 3. My honor is my life. We have a super headstrong character right now. Super headstrong. I'm digging it. And her flaw is number 1. The monstrous enemy we faced in battle still leaves me quivering with fear. And you say, all right, so I get that as a flaw, right? She has some, you know, stress after the fact. And you say, well, but she can stare down a hellhound without flinching. How does that work? Well, we can say around beasts and monsters, you know, things that are not humanoid, then she's fine. Maybe her flaw refers to other people and how savage they can be. You know, how cruel they can be. The monstrous enemy we faced in battle still leaves me quivering with fear. So yeah, she can stare down a hellhound because she's like, you're a beast, you're beneath me. I'm superior here. But then when it comes down to more creatures with more intelligence, a soul, if she considers that as something, then that changes the game, and maybe that's when her convictions as a lawful good character kick in, and that's partially what is making her have these nightmares. You know, monsters are monsters, but when people are monsters, that's a whole other thing. I'm really digging how headstrong she is. All right, what else are we getting here? We are going to get skill proficiencies in athletics and intimidation. We're going to get tool proficiencies in some kind of a gaming set. And vehicles land. The equipment she carries is an insignia of rank. Some kind of a trophy taken from a fallen enemy. And why don't we make this a trinket in Chapter 5? So this is going to be trinket number something or another. She picked this up on a battlefield. Then she'll get a gaming set of some kind. I'll put question marks to indicate we'll come back to that. Common clothes and a belt pouch containing 10 gapuz. There we go. We have finished what she has received as a soldier. Now we're going to come up to races and go to elf and find out what being an elf will grant her. Your dexterity score increases by 2, so there we go. Oh, you know what? We forgot to generate her age and her height. We'll have to do that real quick. Medium. Let's get these stats up first. Our run is 30, so therefore our climb is 15, swim is 15, fly is 0. We will get 60 feet of dark vision. We get proficiency with the perception skill. And we do have Fey ancestry, so we have advantage versus charmed. And we cannot be magically put to sleep. As well, we can trance, which means that we only need 4 hours of meditation instead of 8 hours of sleep or other kinds of heavy-duty rest. Rowmonger, I am feeling a little bit better. I don't know if I'm going to have like a stream go until 5 or 6 in the morning this time. We're going to make this character. I'll take a break, you know, get up and walk around and such, and then we'll come back and we'll see where we're going. I'm mostly over, you know, Ro, when you're sick and you just feel weak and sore at the same time. You know, like, all I'm doing is laying here and it hurts, but I can't move. You know, that was a lot of yesterday. Yesterday, I was a hurting puppy. Today, I'm getting some drainage, and I still feel a little blah, but I am feeling better, and I'm on the mend. I'm definitely over the hump of this summer cold. Yeah, thank you, Dorgrim. I've been drinking a ton of water. Man, I ate some spicy wings today at BW3's. I've been trying to blow this out with hot stuff. And it's been working, I think. Plunderloot's asking for more food porn. Well, remember, he's not in Japan anymore. Not that he can't find food porn in California. Oh, and I'm sorry, Mike the Canadian. Splat books, extra books, side books, non-core rule books is Splat. Good news is, I'm sorry if I missed a couple of these, geez. Good news is, now his players have a new enemy, which was the intended idea. Oh, good then. Wu is home, feeling better partner, so I could make up a random village faction for my character's story. I like the idea, I'm still a soldier. Yeah, of course, Mike. If you want to make some sort of a fun RP faction or something going on in here, you're welcome to do so. Memory says, pitch the idea, Mike. It could be put in your backstory. Romonger says, plunder loot. Oh, from San Francisco? Yeah, because you live around that area, if I recall. They have an amazing mission district. Also, Chinatown has amazing too. Tycho says, well, there was this food video on Facebook. Maybe I can dig it up, Plunderloot. And Plunderloot replies, I used to live in Reading/Red Bluff, and we would go to San Francisco every now and again. And oh yeah. Plunderloot, I'll snap a pic of dinner when I grab it. Nice. Oh. Hey, how'd that airship construction go, Rowmonger? How's that coming along? Let's see. Our languages are Common, Elven, and those two. Although we're going to get... We're going one step ahead to High Elf. We're going to get a third one from High Elf. Okay, as a High Elf, our Int increases by 1. We get elf weapon training, which means for weapons, we are proficient with long and short swords and bows. We do get a cantrip. So up here, I'm going to put in HE for High Elf to indicate we're getting this cantrip from being a High Elf. Whereas we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. for the Warlock, and that is going to indicate that we're getting it from our Warlock. And then there's our extra language we get. So congratulations, we have a High Elf. Before we move now into Warlock, we need to generate a few more stats. Let's go back here, bring up our dice roller. Where are we? Here we go. High elves start at 4'6". We're going to add 2d10 inches to their height. We're going to add 16 inches. So that is going to be 4 feet, 22 inches. So 5'10". We're going to take this same number of 16 and multiply it by 1d4 and add that extra weight to our character's base weight by 2. So we're adding 32 pounds to 90, and she is 122 lubs. Pardon me. Now I'm going to roll a percentile and find out where in her life cycle she is. 87. She is old. Okay. Now, old for an elf is definitely old. We come here to column 5. Nope, is that behind me? There we go. We come over here to column 5. We look at elves. That's between 501 and 650 years old. So that's a D150. So let's manufacture that down here. We're going to only roll it once. 96. So she is 596 years old. Yeah, Fisherman's Wharf. I've heard good things there. Almost as good as Honolulu. Rowmonger is saying it's a tourist trap. Bubonic one. Yeah, not only Bubonic, not only is it another Warlock, we have another High Elf female Warlock. Also, this one went Fey Tome. This one is Fey Blade. And if it means anything to you, Bubonic one, Death Count was in here a little earlier. Death Count might still be in here. But he's like, no bard, no bard. So the chant was going even before you came by. My grandfather used to own a restaurant in Fisherman's Wharf back in the 40s and 50s. Ooh, cool. All right, now we're finished with this. Mike the Canadian goes on a trip through the plains. A bandit gang jumps out. You need a 10 or greater. Pardon me. Advantage 12 plus 1. You beat the bandits again, Mike, and you earn 100 EXP. Now that you're home, Dark Wolf, can you take care of experience points, or do you still need a minute after you get home? If I didn't work downtown, I'd avoid it like the plague. I imagine the traffic is, imagine that the traffic is something else. And Plunder Loot wins against the Ogre. Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry. I was typing, otherwise I'd have covered my mouth. That's very rude. Alright, Dark Wolf, I'm going to add points for Mike and for Plunder. $40 for parking? On what, like a monthly basis or something, Rowmonger? Yeah, no problem, Dark Wolf. I mean, look, you just got home. You know, you probably just want to, you know, change into your pajamas or something, or eat some dinner, or just relax and talk to your family a bit. I totally understand. $40 for a day to park in downtown San Francisco. Wow. All right, you got it. Yep, no problem. Thank you, Dark Wolf. Okay, we are level 20. Dun, 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 dun. That may sound menacing, but really it isn't. With the method we use, look, making a level 1 character is the vast majority of your time. It might take about an hour to make a level 1 character. After that, nice and easy. And especially with the way that we make our characters, it goes a little bit more quickly as well. PJs and snacks acquired. Oh, woo speed to you, Dark Wolf. You need to find some hibiki? Yeah, paid parking in the Bay Area. Oh, wow. So expensive. My gosh, my golly. We are a D8 hit die class, and we're level 20, so we get 20 of them. Remember, hit dice represent your natural ability to recover in between combats. We do get light armor proficiency. And we do get simple weapon proficiency. No tool proficiencies, and wisdom and charisma are our saving throws. Now we're going to get to choose 2 skills. I'm going to put them over here in chat. Arcana, Deception, History. We already have Intimidation, Investigation, Nature, Religion. Buffy Sunnydale, well, cheers. Thank you very much for the compliment on that. Unfortunately, I don't have my little token that I can put in there's a little flap, or not really a flap, but I can put something in the front here, and I don't have it right now. I'll have to find out where it is. Anyway, Buffy, welcome, and thank you for the compliment. The Fez will be tomorrow, Plunder, but I do have it handy, because you should always have a Fez handy. You do not know when you're going to need one. Okay, now as we're considering her skills, let's remember her personality, right? She is some kind of a support staff, right? A cook, someone who cleans or organizes or, you know, breaks down or sets up bivouacs. I can stare down a hellhound without flinching. I face problems head on. A simple, direct solution is the best path to success. That almost seems like investigation. Might, as in life as in war, the stronger force wins. Honor is my life, and the monstrous enemy we faced in battle still leaves me quivering with fear. You have a little bit more time, Romonger? Now, Ro, did you say you were building this as a model, or is this still just the pen and paper roleplay of Sten building the airship? Plunderloot is thinking of history and investigation. By the way, Buffy, I'm sorry, welcome to the channel. As we're building characters, feel free to leave your fingerprint on her. This is a communal effort. This isn't my character. This is our character. And if you have questions, you can ask questions. If you want to answer other people's questions, if you're an experienced player or DM, feel free to do so. You're seated at a table in a game store, and you know you're welcome. And let's have a conversation. And also, thank you for the follow. Cheers again to you with my big pitcher of ice water. Okay, so it is the model. I thought you said that you were making a model, Romonger. And if you have any work in progress photos you want to share, you know a certain Discord. Here we go. If you do want to join us on Discord, please feel free to do so. Just as we do in the channel, you know, we keep it safe for work. So, you know, if you're on break, you don't have to be like, oh, this showed up at, you know, and someone looking over your shoulder. And all I ask is if your Twitch handle is different than your Discord name, to swap your Discord name to your Twitch handle so we can communicate more efficiently. All right, so Plunder Loot said history and investigation. And you know what? I think I agree with that. Okay, now we're going to give her some equipment. Let's zoom in a little bit here. A light crossbow and 20 bolts or any simple weapon. Now, she is naturally going to get a +2, but you know what? Do we want to make her a dex-based warlock? Do we want to make her a strength-based warlock? Do we want to kind of blend the two and average it out? You know, I think we're facing someone here. Look, she's survived a long time. She's been a soldier. If she can stare down a hellhound, face things head on, I almost want to say that, and by being a blade lock as well, that we would focus arguably more on her stats up here than on her physical stats than her mental. You know, we don't have to make her a premium charisma warlock. You know, we could make her just savage with this blade. And make her a melee warlock. So, for instance, I don't know. Let's say that we did a maybe we. Well, what if we did this? What if we went 15, 14, 12. 13, 10, and 8. So she has average, like above average strength and dex. Pardon. I guess that didn't quite work out, right? Because I went 15 intelligence and a little bit of charisma there. So maybe the int shouldn't be as high. Maybe we can swap that to 13. And then put the 15. Oh, thank you very much for the host. Ostimer, right? Ostimer. If I'm not pronouncing that correctly, please let me know. So maybe that goes to 15. Then we have a 14. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. So how about this for her, stats? 15, 14, that'll go to a 16. 10, 13, 8, 12. Oh, Ro posted the work in progress. Whoa, look at this. The hull is almost done. I'm definitely adding a thumbs up there. So this is Romonger's airship model that he is making for the D&D game in which he plays. Very cool, dude. Maybe a scimitar or longsword. I think a quarterstaff or short sword if you go with melee. And Buffy is saying ST and two-handed maul. What do you mean with ST? Oh, our one-word adventures continue rolling on. Excellent. I'm so happy you all are enjoying this one-word adventure. I was a little concerned at first. I'm like, I don't know. Are they going to think it's a little hokey? But, oh my gosh, you all are so imaginative, and you have done amazing things with this one-word story. Oh, short sword? Well, we can, well, by the book, we won't be able to get access to things like, oh, Mark, thank you for the host also. By the book, without spending any gold, I know she's level 20, and trust me, I get it. She should have magic items and all this other stuff and wealth. She could end up with that kind of a thing. And look, honestly, look, she's a blade lock. So she can manifest any weapon that she really wants, and she'll automatically be proficient with it. Though if we look at the starting equipment, well, in this case, it's, you know, light crossbow, any simple weapon, component pouch, arcane focus. As she was support staff, she's probably used to dealing with a lot of different things. I would almost say that she's going to get a component pouch. And is she going to get a Scholar's Pack or a Dungeoneer's Pack? She seems the get it done, you know, the get her done style. Dungeoneer's Pack. She goes out on an adventure. She may be 596, but you know what? She still has about 150 years left in her, and she's not going to stop adventuring. We're going to get leather armor, any simple weapon, and 2 daggers. Dagger X2, and then we're going to go with a light crossbow or any simple, and a second any simple down here as a placeholder. Commissars have nightmares of me. Did you ever get to play Dark Heresy, Romonger? I forget if we had that conversation. Buffy, strength. What do you mean for strength? Okay, now we're generating a level 20 character because we rolled super high on that. We're going to ultimately know 4 cantrips, so we're going to go 1, 2, a 3, a 4. Invocations, we're going to get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in fact, it would probably be good to indicate here level 2. We're going to get 2. Level 3. Level 7. Level 9. Level 12. Whoops. Level 15. And finally, level 18. Now, I do this because it is important to realize when you're getting these cantrips. Not cantrips, sorry, pardon me. When you're getting these invocations, because some of them have a level prerequisite. There we go. Bubonic says, second, any simple is a spear makes an excellent weapon, and very likely the weapon of choice for support staff in any army. And just chainsword him in the back, oh my gosh. Yeah, and we can go through and substitute stuff up here too. You know, we can give her a spear, that's, you know, that's strength. We could give her a light crossbow. She's going to be versatile, you know, when it comes to this sort of stuff. We are going to have 4 spell slots of 5th level. And because warlocks are a little weird, That's what we get. Now, your invocations are spells pretty much that you're slotting into yourself, into your body, into your existence. These are just some bonus stuff, as well as, well, you'll see that we're going to get some other high-level spells. Plunder Loot is very enthusiastic about expunging traitors in the ranks. Our proficiency bonus is 6. And let's pick up our features. So we're going to get magic. Don't worry about magic right now. We need stats first for that, and we'll get stats at the end. Let's build a character and not a set of numbers. By the way, bear in mind that as a warlock, you do not have ritual casting. So, something to consider. All right, Eldritch Invocations, we have those. We're going to get our Pact boon at 3rd level. And that's going to be our archetype down here. ASIs we'll include when we talk about our stats over here. Mystic Arcanum. At 11th level, your patron bestows upon you a magical secret called an Arcanum. Choose one 6th level spell from the Warlock spell list as this Arcanum. You can cast your Arcanum spell once without expending a spell slot. You must finish a long rest before you can do so again. So they're one-time freebies per day. Monica deletes the competition. Oh my gosh, Plunder. Yep. Cyclonic torpedoes. Well, why don't we just go with vortex grenades? Oh yeah, she can manifest that. If you look, Buffy, 15 is in strength, and she can use a two-handed maul as her pact weapon if she really wants to. So thank you for that, and also good luck in arena. And we are also an Eldritch Master. At 20th level, you can draw on your inner reserve of mystical power while entreating your patron to regain expended spell slots. You can spend 1 minute entreating your patron for aid to regain all your expended spell slots from your Pact magic feature. Once you regain spell slots with this feature, you must finish a long rest before you can do so again. Woo! 8 spell slots a day! Exterminatus is the only acceptable answer for treachery this rampant. Romonger, or maybe just use some Vortex of Doom. Hold my beer. I need to call. You know, that kind of reminds me. One of the guys in the store was telling me a story. This might have been at a competition in Chicago. There's a lot of Warhammer stuff that goes on in Chicago. Anyway, so the story goes, it's a big tournament, and someone brought a Titan to the field and was hiding the Titan behind a building to give it cover. Well, the opponent had one of the... Was it the Kulexus? One of the spy characters from the Imperial Army. And it had an ability that before the game started, you could move an enemy model up to 6 inches. And what this person did was, they used the spy, moved the Titan 6 inches, and then got super de-duper lucky on like a las cannon roll or something like that. Maybe it was a melt-a-weapon even. It like criticaled the Titan. The Titan rolled the worst possible save against the damage. The Titan exploded and took out half of the other half the other units on the board with the radius of the explosion. So on turn 1, half of the opposing army was gone because of that spy ability to sneak out a Titan. Lion noms on your arms, Mike. Yeah, talk about that, for the Emperor and all. Alright, so the Archfey, we're going to get expanded spells. This is going to be important that, remember, I'm going to half elf, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Archfey lets you choose from an expanded list of spells when you learn a Warlock spell. The following spells are added to the Warlock spell list for you. Now, these are not domain spells. They're not oath spells. They're not automatically prepared for you. This just means that if you want to learn those spells as you would learn a Warlock spell, then there you go. You can include these. But these are not automatically given to you by virtue of having your Pact. You still would have to choose them and compete against the normal quote-unquote list of Warlock spells. Now, if you want to include them up here as a reminder, then you can do so. I mean, look, you have a lot of different lines. If you want to keep this off to the side and say, nah, I'm only going to write in the spells that I know here, you can do that too. But just remember, they are not automatically a part of your spells. We are going to get Fey Presence. We can cause people to be charmed or afeared of us. We do get Misty Escape. We vanish in a puff of mist in response to harm. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet. We are also going to get Beguiling Defenses. Your patron teaches you how to turn the mind-affecting magic of your enemies against them. You're immune to being charmed. And when another creature attempts to charm you, you can, turn it right back on them. Ha-ha! Dark Delirium. Starting at 14th level, you can plunge a creature into an illusory realm. As an action, choose a creature you can see within 60 feet of you. It must make a wisdom saving throw against your Warlock spell save DC. On a failed save, it is charmed or frightened by you, your choice, for 1 minute or until your concentration is broken. Excellent. There we go. I misspelled that. Now that we have our goodies, right? We have our things. We can start filling in a little bit more. Zero, 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 zero. There we go. For example, pardon me. We have these invocations. Now, considering her personality and, why was she chosen, we can consider the things that she would take. For instance, a lot of people consider it an invocation tax as a Blade Warlock to take Life Drinker and or the one that grants you an extra attack. Why am I derping on the name of it? Thirsting Blade. You can attack with your Pact weapon twice instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your turn. So if we do that, that is at least level 5. So this is Thirsting Blade here. She doesn't have a lot of constitution, and she might not wear a lot of armor. So something like Fiendish Vigor could be good. You can cast False Life on yourself at will as a first level spell. So you get some temporary hit points. Okay, cool. Romonger, thank you for popping by and posting up that really awesome picture of your work in progress airship, man. That is cool. Let's see. Might in life as in war, the stronger force wins. My honor is my life. I can stare down a hellhound and I face problems head on. What could we put here? She went with history and investigation. She'd probably take Repelling Blast. That's handy. Oh, what else? What else would she take? Probably Gaze of Two Minds. Look, if she's looking for simple solutions, we can compare ideas a little bit more quickly this way. Aha, Visions of Distant Realms. Arcane Eye is really good. And if she wants to find solutions, if she wants to scout a battlefield, things like that, Arcane Eye would come in handy. Probably Whispers of the Grave. Two more. Probably, I don't know, Alter Self sounds... the one for Alter Self, Master of Myriad Forms. That one's good. That's very utilitarian. And lastly, we have a level 12 one. What else? Ooh, Bewitching Whispers might be good. Right? You know, she's a commander. Well, I mean, she commands. She's used to it in the military service. Although the one where you can cast Levitate would be really cool, too. And this could really help her... well, but she is kind of a fighter. I don't know if she'd take Ascendant Step. Maybe Armor of Shadows? You can cast Mage Armor on yourself? So let's see, she'd be getting... I don't know if that would help, actually, then. Because Leather gives you 11, and then she's going to get an extra 3 from her Dexterity for 14. Let me double-check Mage Armor. I think that just gives you a static 13. So I don't know if that would really benefit her. This is going to flash, so watch out, everyone, if you are sensitive to that. I'll let you know when I'm finished. Going to Mage hand and Mage armor. Here we go. Touch a willing creature. Then it becomes 13 plus its dex modifier. So then it would go to 16. Oh, it ends if the target dons armor or you dismiss the spell. So she'd have to be wearing not armor. Then I don't know if she'd take that. She might just wear armor traditionally by virtue of being a soldier. In that case, maybe the Sign of Ill Omen. You cast Bestow Curse once using your Warlock spell slot. Bestow Curse is... Let's go back to magic. It's going to flash again. Almost there. Bane. Big B. There's Bestow Curse. You touch a creature, and that creature must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration of the spell. When you cast this spell, choose the nature of the curse from the following options. Choose one ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls. While cursed, the target must make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes the action turn doing nothing. And while the target is cursed, your attack and spells deal an extra 1d8 necrotic. That's a good one, too. We're going to go with that one. I think that would work. It's strategic. It gives her options, and I think she's a person who likes having options. There we go. Mage armor equals chain shirt in defense, but chain shirt has dex limit of 2. And I think she'd wear her armor if only for old time's sake because, well, she's an old timer. Okay, so those are the goodies we get for being a warlock. Now let's fill in her scores, right? So dex goes to 16. Int goes to 14. And there we go. Now, we get 5 ASIs. Where do you think we should put the 10 points? I'm open to suggestions. We have 10 points that we can drop into these stats, and remember that the natural cap of a statistic of an ability score is 20. Norton, hello. Greetings to you, Norton the Knoll. And yes, base armor won't be subjected to anti-magic, that's true. What about antimatter? There is actually an antimatter ray gun in the DMG if you want to introduce that to a D&D game. What if we just made her really, really strong, right? What if we maxed out her dex? Maybe. Well, let's see. If we did that, that'd be 2 of our 5. And then we'd have to go 3, 4 to bring it to 19. And then our 5th would be to 20 strength, and then we could drop... Well, I guess nothing else would really matter in that instance. I guess we could bump up her charisma a little bit, but I kind of like the concept of us building a not-so-high charisma warlock. Yeah, I've only had players that throw a fit in even mentioning the cross-genre game. Oh, so using black powder or things along those lines, Dorgrim? So, what if we used 1 to bump charisma a little bit? So, that's 1. Let's bump her con. That's 2. That's 3. 4. Yeah, I've only had players that... oh, no, I'm sorry. I already read that. Okay. And where could we drop our other one? I guess we could bring her wisdom up to 10. Kind of round her out. She's a rounded out character. Does this look good to you for our Warlock character? Can you imagine a character like this? Does she seem compelling? Does she seem like she'd be fun to play? Would you want to bring her charisma up to a 16 instead of her wisdom to a 10? Let me know. Pretty much, my homebrew world eventually becomes a cross-genre fantasy and sci-fi. Oh, so as time progresses and technology occurs? And if you think about... Oh, sorry, pardon me. If you think about it, look. Is it unreasonable that people can throw fireballs from their fingertips, but giving them a musket is somehow... Look, no. My immersion is ruined. I am here to have wizards and sorcerers throw acid out of their fingertips, but I cannot have a dueling pistol. Actually, it gets revealed that the planet was a holding cell for some extra-dimensional entities, mistaken for the gods. Ooh, I like where you're going with that, Dorgrim. But only if the players explore that hook. Well, yeah. You could lead them there if you wanted, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, Mr. Plunder Loot. I saw that in a couple of the Discords that I'm in also. That, yeah, that was unfortunate. Yep. Alright, if we do this, her strength is a 4. Dex is 3, Con is 1, Int is 2, Wiz is 0, Charisma is 2. That will account for all 5 of her stat bumps by being a level 20 character. Now that we have these numbers, we can fill in almost everything else. 4 saving throw, 10 athletics. Ooh. 3, 3, 3, and 3 for everything Dex. 1 for Con. 2, 2, 8, 8, 2, 2 for Int. Wisdom is going to be 6 saving throw, 6 perception, and 0s for other things. And then we have Charisma, which is going to be 8 and 8 for the proficiencies, and 2, 2, and 2 for the others. Spicy Larry, hey dude, what's been going on? Are you finished now with all your papers and everything? Oh wow, yeah, it has been a first loss in a while. In recorded Spicy history. By the way, Spicy, you will be proud of me. I've been eating a lot of spicy stuff to try and blow the junk out of my brains and sinuses and everything that's been making me like just feeling sick. Like I have a summer cold thing going on right now. And so today, I ate some spicy wings. I had some curry. You're all finished up. Did you get that report or the grade back on the report you did about tabletop gaming? Dude, Spicy, you're preaching to the choir, brother. I'm all about the spice. Passive perception is going to be 16. And that's because it's 10 plus your perception modifier to measure your natural awareness. Not yet? Well, I hope you did well on it, man. Whoa, Dorgrim, look at that. Ooh, you're tickling 15k. Not bad. What do we have? Leather armor plus 3 dexterity is a 14 AC. Initiative's going to be at a plus 3 because that is a dex ability check. Hit points. Here we go. You get 8 at your very first level, right? Levels after 1, you go, I suggest half plus 1, but hey, your DM might rule differently. That means for the other 19 levels, because remember, we got our maximized one at level 1, we have 19 times 5. And then for every level, so therefore all 20, you get bonus hit points equal to your Constitution modifier. So there you go. Spicy, we are making a High Elf Feyblade Warlock. So this is going to become 20. And this is going to become 95. So 115 plus 8 is going to bring us to 123. That's pretty good for a Warlock. Uh-oh, Norton. A snake. It's a snake. It's a snake. 9 plus 1 is 10. Norton the Knoll takes down the poisonous snake. Revenge is yours, Norton. Enjoy it and savor it. Cook it over a fire and add some spice to it. And by the way, Spicy, interestingly enough, our second character was also a female High Elf Warlock who is a Fey Tome Warlock. Okay, spell attack. We're off of charisma. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. As I said, I still have a bit of a cold, so it's been kind of draining on me here. We have a +8 to attack with our spells because our charisma modifier is 2 and our proficiency is 6. Therefore, our DC to save against our effects is 16. Okay, lastly but not leastly, let's give her some spells, shall we? So if we look here, spells known, it does gradually progress. At first level, we know 2 spells. And as we only have first level spell slots, that means right here, we'll go level 1. There's our 2. Now as we go to second level, here I'll zoom in a little bit. As we go to second level, you can see our spells known go to 3, but we can still only cast first level. So if we do that, there we go. Now afterwards, at third level, you can see that we have second level spell slots. And we go from 3 spells known to 4. So now we can come down here. Now you can rememorize, or you can, I don't know, let's say that for level 3, you didn't want a level 2 spell. You could come up here and add your level 3 to a 1 if you wish. That's up to you, and you can relearn spells in between levels. So here we have level 3 and level 4, and then at level 5 we go up to 3rd. And there's level 6. And then level 7. And then level 8. But at level 9, where we get 5th level here. Let's change this around here. 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. Here at 9th level, you can see that we know 10 spells. If you look at 10th level, we know 10 spells. So we don't get anything for level 10, spell-wise. But wait, there's more. At level 11, we now know 11 spells. And the highest slot level is 15. So we go level 11. Level 13. Level 15. 17, then 19. Now, are you going to load up your Warlock spell sheet like this? I sure hope not. Remember, nothing's stopping you from going through and saying, well, at level 19, I actually want to round out my level 2 spells. There's a really good one I've been meaning to take. And at level 17, you know, I've really wanted this level 4 spell down here. So you can go through and do things like that and rearrange. Or like go back. As you're building your character, instead of going reverse like what we're doing. But if we're looking at the grand final picture, then you could go about this process of distributing things as you will. Spicy Larry goes into the forest. Let's see, 10 or greater. Spicy rolls 10 and 6 at advantage. Ooh, just barely. That was super close, Spicy Larry. But you win 100 experience points for taking down the troll. Nice. And Norton wants to go back and erase the time you lost all that. Okay, one last thing then. If we look here at Mystic Arcanum, at 11th level, your patron bestows upon you a magical secret called an Arcanum, or an Arcanum, or whatever you want to pronounce it. Choose one 6th level spell from the Warlock spell list at this Arcanum. You can cast it at higher levels. You gain more Warlock spells for your choice, for 7th at 13th. So over here, what this is saying is we go MA for Mystic Arcanum. We don't get slots, but we can cast these for free once a day. There we go. Now for a Warlock, the spells that you take are going to be kind of a record of who you are and where you've been. You know, because you would learn spells that you would find to be necessary to carry out the work that you've been given by your patron, or just day-to-day life. Pardon me. So going through and picking out spells is going to be important, and it, it's a diary for your character. It's an extension of her personality, even. Are we going to do that here and now? Not right now. I'm going to actually have to take a break. I'm going to get up and use the restroom. Speaking of chips, Dark Wolf, I don't know if any of you have had these chips before. Prime rib and horseradish. Oh my gosh, these are awesome chips. If you have not had these, try them. They are amazing. For realsies. Okay, so let's take a break. I'm still good on water. I'm half down. My voice is getting a little dry. Yep, bubonic one, horseradish is good. Ivlon was talking about it in Discord, like especially if you're congested because it goes right to your nose. That can help out too. So everyone, hang tight. I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Gonna use the restroom and nom on some chips and such, and I'll be back and we'll go into free-form talking. I think I might go to bed early again tonight just to make sure I'm killing whatever's infesting my face here. And we'll go from there. So, thank you.